Katibu katika Wizara ya Elimu Daktari Belio Kipsang anafanya mkutano na viongozi wa wakuu wa shule za sekondari na wale wa shule za msingi kupitia vyama vya KEPSHA na KESHA kujadili hadhi ya mitihani ya taifa KCSE na KCPE. Mkutano huo unafanyika katika taasisi ya kuunda mtaala nchini KICD. Aidha, unahudhuriwa na waratibu wa elimu kutoka kanda zote humu nchini. Mkutano huo unakuja wakati ambapo watahiniwa wa kidato cha 4 wanajiandaa kuanza mtihani wa KCSE mwezi huu wa Oktoba, huku mtihani wa KCPE kwa darasa la 8 ukipangiwa mwezi ujao Novemba. Mwenyekiti wa baraza la mitihani nchini Profesa George Magoha amekariri mara si moja kwamba hakuna udanganyifu wowote utakaokuwepo kwenye mitihani hiyo kama ilivyokuwa desturi katika miaka ya hapo nyuma.
The people who run the examinations actually. These are the people where our students are. These are the people who administer the examination centers, and I can comfortably say this is where the rubber meets the road. So we were engaging with them so that we can be able to be sure that we are speaking and talking the same language as we move forward on the issues of examinations. These are ladies and gentlemen who have done a good job for the last many years. In the last 2 years, they are the people who wake up every morning to go to the container to collect the examination and return it later in the day. These are people who make sure that our kids are prepared for the examinations, and therefore they are the process owners. And it is important for us to engage with them so that we can get their perspective on how we can even make it better as we prepare to do this exam in the next 28 days. So that was the main reason that we were here today. They have given us the assurance, and I can tell you today, with their commitment, we are assured that we shall deliver on a clean examination, because these are the people that will ensure this is done. We shall not need all the security teams, and we don't need everybody else once they have given us a commitment that it is in the best interest of all of us to deliver a clean exam for our children. I know in the recent past, as late as last week, we had some incidences of students still trying to blackmail everybody else by causing unrest in their schools. Last week, there was a school where students went on rampage demanding that they need to have telephones in schools. I would want to say it here and now that as process owners of these examinations, we shall not allow ourselves to be blackmailed by anybody to do that which is not right. I would want to inform our parents that it is not acceptable for anybody to allow our students to have telephones in schools. And I would want to say it very clear, these kids do not buy telephones for themselves. Even if they bought them for themselves, it must be with money that was given by parents. So we need to take charge of our children. We are aware some of these students are causing disturbances in schools so that they can do their examinations as day scholars. I would want to say that if you are registered as a boarder while registering for the examination, you'll do that exam as a boarder. And we shall not allow anybody to blackmail our heads of schools to a situation that would be comfortable for you as a student or as a parent to disrupt examinations. I would not want to say so much because today it was a consultation with our principals, and the chair of the Kenya Secondary School Heads Association is here. The Secretary General of the Kenya Primary School Heads Association is here. They will make some comments. But I would want to assure all of us that I know last week it was said that we have not released resources to our schools. I would want to confirm here and today that these resources has been released and is with our schools now.
Yeah, true.
And the primary schools already received their monies. The secondary schools, as Mr. Ndimulu will confirm, we have released the monies to our secondary schools so that we can all settle and focus on delivering on examination. We shall increase our monitoring, our pre-monitoring of examinations. From here, I will be leaving for Nyeri and thereafter to Isiolo. The chair was in Kisii, Migori, and Homa Bay over the weekend. Our directors are going out to ensure that all our installations for examinations are ready for the exams in another 3 weeks. I will be calling on ourselves mainly as you are brothers and sisters in the fourth estate, that let's work together to make sure that we deliver a clean examination so that our children in this relay of life will be able to lead a better life than ourselves as their parents tomorrow. I urge our parents and all stakeholders that let's work together to deliver on a clean examination. And on our process of consultation with our stakeholders, we shall be meeting today. We were meeting the principals and heads of our public schools. We shall be having a meeting with principals and owners of private schools as part of our consultation. Early part of next week, we shall be meeting with the Kenya Parents Association as part of this engagement of ensuring that we deliver on a clean examination. As you are aware, I saw in our media, we also had consultation with our colleagues in the Ministry of Interior last week, because as government, we are delivering as one in this exercise of our examination. With those comments, I would want to invite the chair of the Kenya National Examination Council to make some comments. Thereafter, invite this Deputy CEO of the the Teacher Service Commission, and then invite the chair of the Kenya Secondary School Heads Association and the Secretary General of the Kenya Primary School Heads Association. Bwana Chairman, karibu.
Good afternoon. First of all, I would want to thank the teachers represented here by the chair of KESHA and the treasurer of KEPSHA for the good work that they have done with regards to the setting, moderating, administering the examinations in the past 2 years. Lest we forget, it is the teachers that are responsible for the good results that we have had over the last 2 years, 99.9% of them. But you will remember, if you have a huge tanker with petrol and you just put maybe a few bottles of water inside, then that petrol is contaminated. And that's why we are going to continue to move around. And I want to correct a few misconceptions that may have gone across. First of all, we have not condemned any county because the cartels of examinations in this country are very intricate, and they involve about 20 people, and those 20 people cover the whole nation. That is point number one. Point number two, I went to Kisii, Nyamira, Migori, and Homa Bay, but we don't want you to go and stigmatize Kisii as if the whole county is full of exam kits. We are focusing on 4 secondary schools there. We are focusing on 5 secondary schools in Meru, 3 in Garissa, and I could go on that way. The reason why we do not want to give you the identity of these schools is very simple. We want to honor our children until the examination process is over. I have always believed very strongly that if we are able to convert one person from bad to better, it is better than shooting that person. And because of that, we will crave your indulgence. We are not going to be cowed, and we are going to continue with what we are doing. For example, when PS, we didn't say that Mercy went quietly to Central Province. I would like to encourage her to be carrying press with her also, so that the people know what she's doing, so that other counties don't think they are being perhaps stigmatized. There are many other counties that are doing many things, but I want just to say that they should be warned because we are watching them. For example, there are plans to impersonate people in the exams, and we are closely watching what they want to do. And don't dare or push us, because if you want us to show you what we have, you will be shocked. The only good thing is that we will not show you until after the exam. That is if they dare to proceed on. Finally, when appears, I would like to ask the field commanders here. You have all your regional educational commanders here. I was in touch with Chepkawai of Nyanza when I was down there, to just encourage their people to be going to schools as regularly as possible. I was trained at Starehe Boys Center, where I was trained not to trust anybody. So if I give you a task, I am sure you have done it, but I will still go and check anyway. Because if you know I'm not going to check, then you don't do it. We have also encouraged the security agencies to be free to go and just say hello to the school heads and check whether the security issues in the schools are proper. So the message out there is that the exams are going to be credible, and that we hope by the grace of God this year we shall not cancel examinations in any school or for any child. And in order for that to happen, we will continue to do what we are doing without fear or favor, but by the grace of God. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. It's now my pleasure to call upon Bwana Kavisi of Teacher Service Commission. By the way, the Teacher Service Commission provides the teachers who do the job. And don't imagine that we are condemning the teachers. We are condemning the 0.1%, who we shall actually condemn with a hammer, if it's necessary. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Chair of the Kenya National Examination Council and our Permanent Secretary, who is the team leader. Let me assure you that we are supporting the team leader to move forward in terms of making sure that our examinations for the 2018 are done in a very conducive environment, and you know, they are fair. It is important actually to note that
Na mtazamaji, ni hakikisho tu kwamba hali itakuwa shwari wakati mitihani ya taifa KCPE KCSE inapoandaliwa kutoka kwa mwenyekiti wa NEC Professor George Magoha, naye katibu katika Wizara ya Elimu Belio Kipsang. Nachukua pumziko fupi, lakini nikirudi